Achtung Berlin, die Funkstunde, Sendetages- und Sportnachrichten.
Adolf Hitler had been Chancellor of Germany for just 2 days. As Germany stood on the edge of catastrophe, a young theologian named Dietrich Bonhoeffer stepped into a Berlin radio studio with a warning that remains remarkably relevant today. He argued that whenever leaders become idols, they cease to be true leaders and become something else, misleaders. His broadcast was cut off before he could finish. Yet the question he raised still confronts us today. How do ordinary people begin surrendering their judgment to a person, an ideology, or a vision that promises certainty? Germany was in crisis. Economic hardship, political instability, and social division had left many people searching for direction. It was into that atmosphere that Adolf Hitler rose to power. To many Germans, he appeared not simply as a politician, but as someone who could restore dignity, unity, and purpose. We often imagine that dangerous leaders create blind followers. Bonhoeffer suggested something more unsettling. Blind followers also help create dangerous leaders. Authority is shaped not only by those who lead, but also by those who surrender their own judgment. One sentence from Bonhoeffer's radio address captures his understanding of leadership. The true leader must always be capable of disappointing. If a leader can never disappoint us, we have already begun expecting from a human being or an ideology what no one and nothing in this world can provide. Ultimate certainty, ultimate meaning, ultimate authority. For Bonhoeffer, every human authority is limited. That is precisely why it must never become absolute. It would be comforting to think this was only a lesson about Germany in the 1930s. Bonhoeffer believed it revealed something enduring about human nature. Periods of uncertainty create a longing for certainty. The temptation is not merely to follow, it is to hand over the difficult work of judgment itself. That can happen through a political leader, a movement, an ideology, a utopian vision, or even an environment where affirmation is rewarded while doubt quietly disappears. The names change, the pattern remains. For Bonhoeffer, this was never merely a political problem. It was a spiritual one. Every human being places something in the highest place. The real question is what occupies that place. His resistance did not begin with politics. It began with the conviction that no earthly authority could occupy the place that belongs to God alone. That conviction gave him the freedom to resist when so many others conformed. Dietrich Bonhoeffer would later become one of the best-known Christian opponents of the Nazi regime. But long before his imprisonment and execution, he had already identified a danger that reaches far beyond one historical moment. His warning was never simply about choosing the wrong leader. It was about surrendering to anything that claims an authority no human being, no movement, and no ideology can rightfully possess. For Bonhoeffer, that place belonged to God alone. A true leader does not bind people to himself. He teaches them to look beyond him.